So, ma'am, welcome to this short interview. It's a very short one. How's everything since you got back to Liberia?
First of all, thank you for having me here. Though it's been impromptu, but again, I have to respond to you guys. And thanks to you. It's my first time being interviewed by you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pleasure. I always watch you interviewing the president and other stakeholders. You do a fantastic job, so I must congratulate you for the work so far. And I just want to encourage you to keep doing. Hard work will pay off one day. So thank you again, and thanks to Yusuf, my own son.
And I want to say thank you too, because I've been like, when I do a post, I follow the reactions, the comments, and one person who always inspires me. So thank you for everything. Not to waste much time, you are now in Liberia. Just want to get your view on the improvement in the LFA. The last time you visited, to compare it to that of today, what difference have you observed since you returned to Liberia?
As I continue to say, more has changed, and from my time being in the leadership of the Liberia Football Association since 2010, when I was elected on the executive committee, and we served for 8 years. And then Mustafa and his team took over from us in 2018 to now. A lot has changed. There's a huge transformation in all levels of our football today. So we begin with infrastructure, number one key. We moved to women's football competition, development. We have seen women football involved, right? We have the league divided right now, upper and lower league. We have community leagues. We have leagues running in all, probably almost all the counties, and more counties to add up to have the women football league. That is very good. We see increase in referee participation in continental football. Yeah, and coaches, huge. We have one of the highest licensed coaches in Africa, and you see our licensed coaches going to Sierra Leone to go and carry coaching license education in Sierra Leone. So we come to capacity building in the LFA employees as well as stakeholders. It has just been from one level to another level, and the transformation is just glaring. We all seen what work Mustafa and his team have done in the 8 years, and there are still more to be done. We're not saying it's 100%, but a lot have changed.
A lot of people say that the infrastructure development, it is FIFA who is undertaking most of those projects. You've been a stakeholder. How can you respond to those people?
Again, there are a lot of people who say that it's FIFA money, but let us take into consideration FIFA being given money, and we have not seen these things happening. So we always see a recycle or renovation of the ATS consistently. So that same money was given to other presidents, including the president that I served under. And instead of him trying to have this infrastructure done with what Mustafa is doing right now, we continue to put in that money back into the same ATS renovation over time. So at the end of the day, we don't see anything that is beneficial to our clubs, to the LFA, to the league. So you cannot say that it's FIFA money when other people, other administration have maybe it can't be the same amount, but at least they will have had that vision to have more fields, with the artificial turf. That will have added to what Mustafa is doing now. Then we will not be talking about adding, pitches in 15 counties, because infrastructure field is one of our problems, and major problem in football development. So I don't expect critics, to continue to lean on that path, because FIFA gave money, but it depends on the leadership to have a vision on how to use the money effectively to benefit Liberia and Liberia football.
Great. Let's talk about your time with World Girls. You were one of the shareholders, but later we saw you breaking away from World Girls after all of the investment. Do you mind to tell us what happened? What went wrong?
So I am a shareholder in World Girls.
Are you still a shareholder?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I still own 50% share in World Girls. My partner, Lami Konowadu, holds 50% in World Girls. And World Girls is a corporation, and there are problems that do exist with shareholders, and it doesn't give anybody right to own the club when two people have 50% shares. So I think at this point in time, I'm not just 50% shareholder, but in accordance to the article of incorporation, I'm also the president of World Girls. So right now, as the corporation is into some level of dispute, we'll have to go to the court to address the issue of the 50% share and the leadership position within World Girls as per the article. Today, the article in the Liberia Business Registry still holds me as Rochell Woodson, 50% owner of World Girls.
What article are you talking about?
The article of incorporation that brought World Girls into existence.
Okay.
That's the article that is still in the Liberia Football Association Club licensing system. Rochell Woodson, 50% shareholder, and Lami Konowa, 50% shareholder. Rochell Woodson, president of World Girls, and Lami Konowa, co-chairman of World Girls. So that's the article that is still there, and that I have not given any of my shares out. I still maintain my share, and we are in the court proceeding, and the court will make a ruling very soon.
That's why being a court, are you still giving the support to the team?
Right now, there's an internal, as I said, internal dispute, which the board chairman is being arrogant to reach out, and he does not understand the legal instrument that he has in his possession, and he thinks that he has majority share, which is not true. So at this point, only the court can make him to respect the document, and that's where we are right now.
Great. Now you are now the president and CEO of Rover FC.
Yes, I'm the CEO for Rover
FC.
Yeah, Rover Ladies and Football Club.
Owning a team in Liberia is not an easy one. Since you formed the team, how has it been? The challenges, gains. What have you gained? What are some of the challenges that you face being a female and having a team running in Liberia?
So first of all, I have been in football for almost 30 or a little over 30 years. And I have never owned a team, because I believe that football should be owned by partners or corporations or companies, not an individual, because the cost intensiveness of it cannot make an individual to own a football, especially if you want to sustain it, right? So I have always partnered, with people who owns club and invest my money, and that's why you see in World Girls, I own 50% share in World Girls, because that's why I vision, in spending my money to have partnership. It's not sole proprietorship. So when I was going to have my master's degree in 2024 from the University of Northeastern in Boston, sports leadership, and there were internal ranking within our World Girls, and I decided to focus on my education, and then after I returned to seek my share and see how best we can have a harmonious understanding in running the team. And then the chairman decided to be combative, something that I didn't wanted to go and pursue. I always wanted to seek a peaceful resolution, but he was not willing. And at that point, because of my passion. There were other clubs that came around. I tried to give support, my ideas to help them, bring the team and see how best they can be able to be in competition. So in that point, since I already have a team in the first division with 50% share, I decided to go in my county from where I hail, from Nima, to help promote the Nima County League. And that's why I brought up the dream with the inspiration of the President Mustafa Raji, who encouraged me, as a young Liberian, Liberian, to go and help the young girls of Liberia, from Nima County, to promote them in sports team, in football development, female football. And that's why I drove my passion to go and have a team also. And let me just recognize someone who had told me too, and even though he's opposition and I'm with the president, but again, I take criticism constructively. Gene Nimini in one of our chat room, and he was like, Rochell, despite everything, you have money, you have passion, you can own a team too. You can continue going people team and spending your money. So it hit me hard, and he was speaking the hard facts, and that was true. And I'm like, every time people, I take it to be used because of the kind of heart I have to my passion for football and to help people. I use it and bring people to me. At the end of the day, they try to bring conflict to drive me away. When your team, and reach to setting position like Workers. When I came on Workers, nobody knew Workers. Everybody here know Yusuf. I brought Yusuf on board. And he was our first PRO. I brought him to sports journalism. I promoted him, so he came on board, and we all branded Workers today. And Workers came among the first 4 teams in women football today. It was through our leadership that we brought Workers to prominence. So when I was attacked by James, I took it positively, right? I didn't take it as an insult because it was attitude, and that's how I decided to form Rover Lady. After the president said, but you have done everything in Monrovia, in Macerado, why can't you just go in Nima and help your own people? You never know, one day you will want to contest in political, to run as a representative. I'm like, no, I will just help my people, and to see how best we can promote women football in Nima County. And today you can see we are doing well. We are producing good players like Esther Masale from Shatta. You saw her performance in the national team with the U17. So, and there are more Esther Masale coming off, from Nima, and that's why we intend to, to help our people.
Great, so much passion for women football. Did you play football?
No. So unfortunately, I did not play football, but I played basketball, national team. I played for the Liberian national team basketball. I play division basketball. I play for Mali Barrow, and I play for Aries. And so I play basketball. I also play kickball. So I'm kickball captain for my school, SDA High School on Gardnersville Road. I play Area League because I grew up in Barnaville. Estate, I play for Area A. And I played for so many schools that I attended in kickball and basketball. But unfortunately, I didn't play for basketball. I'm in football. But I'm here. I'm dominating and investing in football. So I just see sometimes you have goals in other areas, but God got his own way of taking you from another discipline to another discipline to, make it his need for himself, not my need, his need.
Great.
So I'm grateful.
Okay. Let's every sector you go in, you hear about gender equality, females participation, and you see females encouraging females to come on board so that they can work together. I'm talking about the situation with the presidents of Diploma Girls and Shatta Angels, Miss Benita Yue and Miss Grace Wea, who were banned by the Liberia Football Association, looking at females' involvement in football, especially women, encouraging women supporting women. Let's get your take on that issue, where the two ladies who had effortlessly working to take women football to another level. They are now banned by the Liberia Football Association. Let's get your take on
So, unfortunately, it's a sad thing, and we have few women in football, and that's why I have made a personal decision that I cannot fight no woman in football, because for the level of strength I have and what I take in, from the guys when I got in football, it's something like I have made that conviction. Because if I go out to and fight my friend female, it's just too much. Like, we are opposed by the men, and then you have your own gender against that same person. How are we going to survive in a men's dominant field? So I have helped women in football, and my record is there. I brought Madam Sito into women's football when I was chairman for sub-association, sub-committee. We had our third division meeting, and then she was the only woman in that meeting, and I decided to bring her on the women's committee because I was co-chair to the women's committee when I was on the executive committee. And I brought her on the women's committee, and then I also made her president for F Injure when I took my colleague to make her president for F Injure so she could contest. So I have helped. So a lot of people don't know about how much I have done for women. So I have helped them. Even the like of Famara Dean today, when there was a slot for former player, I tried to get this player who I knew personally. Her name was Baby. Her name is Baby Girl. I don't know, but she used to play for Tito's sister. That's somebody who I knew down the line. So I decided to help her, but then she shied away from the opportunity that came for the coaches. So that's how my mind ran off Famara, and then I called her and told her about this opportunity, and she took advantage of it. And Coach Tama, I told him to do the rest because it was his department at that time. He was the head, and I told him to run and make sure that Famata had the opportunity. The lack of Massa Mangru, I also paid her way, her travel ticket to go to Finland. She had to go there for coaching seminar, education for 6 months. I bought her ticket to and fro. When she had the opportunity for the Liberia Olympics, I also helped her to get everything started up, and she left. So I have been involved in helping women getting in football and ensuring that we be protected. But again, I cannot control people's behavior. I have been victimized, and for the level of engagement with the men, and that's why they call me Iron Lady of Liberia football. I have been expelled twice, and I came back. I won my cases. I have been suspended 3 times. I also won my cases. I came back. So it just tells you that we ladies in football, we are not much, and we are in a men's dominant sport. So the moment you're trying to excel, and they will have some battle. But again, you have to stand up and engage, because we lean on other people's shoulder to build. So you cannot be fighting your own gender and fighting the people who are in majority to help you at the same time. So it becomes difficult for you to get support. FIFA needs more women in football, but they need women that are disciplined, women that pushes the agenda of their friend women, and ensure that mutual respects are done to everybody. So again, unfortunately, I'm sorry for the position they are in, but I don't know. If somebody don't come to ask me for their help, even if I try to help and you tell me to shut up, I shut up. I try to give my kind of advice to Madam Yure, who happens to be my cousin. I enjoy her support when I was in the opposition. She supported me when I ran against Prof. Sekou Kane. She supported me, she campaigned for me as well. She also voted for me, which I appreciated. But again, the table flipped. She doesn't need my counsel. She doesn't need my help.
Did you reach out to her?
I did not, because we have a break in communication. But I think in one of my posts, I posted it was open, giving my advice to her on how to proceed, and she came back and said she didn't need my advice.
What was the advice?
that you cannot be combative when you're in this kind of area and facing this situation, because I was in your situation before expel. I was not attacking the president. I was not bringing confidential things that we discussed. When Berete and myself were going back to back, we were friends. We broke up, but things that we had in confidence, those are not things that I exposed. I was not attacking his ethnicity, saying he was my tingle man. I was not attacking his religion.
Are you saying Miss Yure got banned because she's attacking?
No, it's not that. The reason of us being has nothing to do with Mustafa. Okay. The reason of us being came from a complaint from a club president from Peace with SV, who filed a complaint against Miss Yure that brought up, yes, exactly, that brought up this issue of her ban today. So it was not about Mustafa. It was not Mustafa's decision to ban her. So if you come in that situation and you feel that the decision was not right, you cannot go and attack the president based on your assumption that he initiated or manipulated the decision to get you banned. There are ways you work around behind the scene to get things done, to get your ban lifted or reduce your ban, because whatever that happened, it came from a complaint from your own colleague who is a club president, now an executive meeting member.
She has been saying she has reached out, she has written the appeal committee, but unfortunately they have not looked into her case, and it has been an issue, though it's an allegation. But you've been a woman, and we are talking about women supporting women, and then you are in a case, you are in a situation before, and now 2 women are now victims. So now, like, you are now a leader, like you are the female general. Sometimes, have you reached out personally to Miss Wia, or like you said, you reached out to Miss Yue, and she said she doesn't need your advice? Have you also been able to reach out to Miss Grace Wia to also hear from her? Or
I can't reach out to Grace Wia because they were based on my complaint.
Okay.
She got suspended. She's not banned, but she got suspended.
Yes.
So she's under suspension based on the fact that she issued me fake ticket, brought me to public disrepute, embarrassed me, disgraced me, and made mockery out of me. That is so unfair. I bought my ticket to come to Liberia 3-4 times a year. I can buy a ticket to go Senegal. The FA can buy me ticket. If I didn't have that rapport with you in that relationship, I would not, want to take the position or head of delegation to go and carry determine. I have worked with Grace behind the scene. I have messages of her saying things about her CEO. She have said things. I have even gone to the president when she assumed that the president wasn't speaking to her. Behind the scene, I have made she and President Raji to have open communication. I even ensured that her payment came on time. I even reached out to President Raji. She's a witness. She can bear truth. She would say, and besides that, I have a couple of her WhatsApp. So I believe, when we have that camaraderie, you cannot betray or backstab me at that point. It's not fair to my person. And I believe that when you come into something you new, you lean on people who have been there, that have the experience, so you can gain from them. I lean on the shoulder of Sheba Brown, who is my mom. I lean on the shoulder of Ezeta Wesley, who is my business. There are other people who I seek counsel from to be to where I'm in today. So if we have that relationship, I believe genuinely, right? And then you come in the last minute to betray me and come up with a statement that I should not go to Senegal after I have told you that I was going to be nominated as head of delegation before the announcement came on. You knew about it 1 month ago. Why you did not tell me to say, oh, Madam Musi, based on the situation, and you know, it's not timely for you to go on this trip because my CEO will do this, and based on the fact that you and he have this, and you know, problem, and you know, it will not be fair for you to do it, and you know, but you knew about all of these arrangements after helping you, giving you your prize money in time, helping them, and you know, open the communication line, the president, you reaching out to the president for assistance, and at the end of the day, just for me to go at midnight, 2 a.m., 1 a.m. to the airport under the rain, left my kids in the States, and then you come and make Margaret videotape me and issue me a fake ticket. Do you think it was fair? She's a woman. I'm a woman. She's the president. So if she didn't look at the issue that I'm the president, I mean, I'm a female, and even a renowned football administrator to treat me like a child, why should I go and seek her protection? I cannot do that. So that's where we are for her. There is no zero line of communication, and I don't intend to even, you know, go further with her because her action is very deceptive, unprofessional, and I think it was not fair for me, the manner in which she treated me.
Okay, we don't have time. We have to go. Second to the last question. You'll be coming back in April to contest for an executive member seat. Let's talk about, you still coming up in April, or you have changed your mind?
No.
And what prompted, if yes, what prompted your decision? What is from?
So here's the thing. The statute was amended in 2022, giving the right to the president to appoint vice presidents, right? So I contested against Sekou Kone as vice president for administration. So I would have thought that the executive committee decision was to have election for vice president who have stayed with me. But now there is no election for vice president. So there's only election for executive committee members and the presidential elections. So I'm not prepared at this time to run as president because I'm giving my support to President Raji, third term. So now, before I can be appointed or whatever, or even an EC member, or to even form my coalitions for 2030 to run as president, I must be part of the decision-making body on the executive committee. So that prompted my decision. I really wish that there was election for vice president. I would have contested on the vice president position as vice president for administration again, or first vice president, because I will not go back to second. I will still maintain first until I go 2030 to go as president. But unfortunately, it's not like that. I'm not going to say the president has guaranteed me, because he has said that he not guaranteeing me for any position, and you know, it's not, he and myself did not have any conversation of my support. I decided to support him based on what I saw, and you know, the level of work he has done, and from my education after obtaining my master's degree on how can I contribute to Liberia football, the development of Liberia football, not only to be in opposition and opposing, but this time around, let me rebrand Rochell. Rochell has a master's degree in this discipline that she's in. What is her positive contribution? What has she learned from Northeastern to come and apply in Liberia football that can make it work, to assist the president and the team so we can get it better? So that's from that posture, I gave my support to President Raji. We have never had no formal discussion on battle trade that I support you, you give me this. No. So my decision is for me to be on the executive committee. If he appoints me for vice president, fine. If he does not, fine. But I prepare myself to get in the race 2030 to contest as president of the Liberia Football Association.
The last question, quick. If you are asked to rate the former president Musa Benete and that of Raji's administration, what percentage will you give?
I have said it. It's going to be very wide because the variables and the reality are different time, right? Different scenario, different situation. So you cannot compare the money we receive, 250,000 to 600,000, right? You cannot compare. At that time we were having 1.0, 2.0. We did not have 3.0. So, but Mustafa came with 2.0 and 3.0, where you have more money and you know to have more projects done once you submit a project proposal to FIFA. So we didn't have it, but honestly, it also has to do with vision. I think President Raji had vision, and you know he has vision for football. He had a strategy. He had things planned. When you know what to do, it doesn't give you hard time in pushing things on. That's why when people saying, oh, Mustafa stay 1 hour speaking on all looking on paper, it's like Rochell wasn't staying 1 hour speaking on all paper, because I have the issue at hand. I know exactly with my experience, you know, with the length of stay in football, the things. So I can't look on paper to speak when I'm speaking on football, because I have authority. It's the same with Mustafa. So he played out of vision. He fought administration. He was an executive committee member before. He got expelled. He's a club president, and you know, so he been around for a very long time. So he know exactly what to do, and that's why the opportunity came, and he's doing it. So it's different from Bedete. Bedete was a businessman. Didn't invest in football for a very long time. Less than 2 years, came to Watanga and he became president. So two different people with two different mindsets. Now one is a businessman, one is a communication engineer, but also a football administrator with strong leadership and you know ability. So this is where we see, and it's a big difference. And I don't want to rate before they go and say, oh, Rochell rated, but again. And you know, it's a big difference, and Raji is far above Bedete.
Okay, ma'am, thank you so much again. It was nice having you, and thank you for honoring our invitation. We didn't inform you ahead of time. We just grabbed you and informed me, and you were ready. So I want to say thank you again. We look forward to always having conversation like this.
Yeah, it's thank you too. It's not a problem when it comes to people that are helping football and make them today. I'm so proud of him, because when he came, mommy gave me the chance. I would do it with little of nothing. He came to work, and in less than 3 months, his work was shown all over the place, and I just got people calling Yusuf all over, and he had to leave, but he still respect the bridge that brought him there, and that's why I admire. But he's a very good gentleman, discipline, focused, and that's why you see he will continue to excel in his discipline and in his career. So whenever he doesn't need permission, there are few people don't need permission from me. You call me in the midnight, I will appear in grand interview. So he one of those. But thank you again. Nice talking to you. Keep up the good work. There are more opportunities for women. We will continue to advocate for women in football. We will continue to advocate for sports journalists, women sports journalists to have support. And if I'm elected as his executive committee member, we'll also include the president help and you know to promote women's in sport journalism, to you know build up their career, and whatever way we can try to help to promote female, we will do it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.